Adonai, strengthen me against evil people. Protect me from those who are violent, who in their hearts plot evil, who stir up strife every day. They sharpen their tongues like snakes. Viper's venom lies beneath their lips. Selah. Adonai God, guard me against evil people. Protect me from the house, from those who are violent, those who want to take me down. Arrogant people have laid ropes and traps for me. They have spread out a net along the way, placing snares for me. Salah. I say to God, to Adonai, you are my God. Adonai, listen to my pleading voice. Adonai, my master, the strength of my deliverance, protect my head in the day of battle. Adonai, do not grant the wicked their desire. Do not let them accomplish their plots. Do not let them succeed. Selah. Bring down upon the heads of those who surround me what their own lips have devised. My coals of fire fall upon them, casting them into pits, that they never rise again. May their rabble rousers never gain a foothold in this land. May these violent people be hunted down and corralled. I know that God will defend the poor and provide justice for the lowly. Surely the righteous shall offer thanks to your name. The upright shall dwell in your presence.
Amen. We continue with Lecha Dodi on page 23. What tune is that? Well, we'll try a different tune. Lecha Dodi likrat kala yananai nananai nananai pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala yananai yananai nananai pnei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor b'dibor echad. Hishmianu el hameyuchad. Adonai echad u'shmo echad, l'shemo tiferet ve'letila. Lecha dodi likrat kala yananai 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 pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala yananai 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 pnei Shabbat nekabela. Likrat Shabbat lechuven alcha, ki hi mekor habracha, verosh mikedem nesucha, sof maaseh b'machshava techila. Lecha dodi likrat kala yananai 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 pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala yananai 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 pnei Shabbat nekabela. Mikdash melech ir melucha kumitei mitocha hafecha. Rav lach shevet beyamecha bacha, uyachamol alayechem la. Lecha dodi likrat kala yananai 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 pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala yananai 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 pnei Shabbat nekabela. We turn to the last, page 25, the last paragraph. Stand. Boi v'shalom atebala, dar v'simcha u'v'sohola, tol chemune am segula, boi kala. Lecha dodi likrat kala yananai 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 pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala yananai yananai pnei Shabbat nekabela. You can, okay. So, welcome to everybody to bot services for Montgomery, Alabama on Zoom. Really, it's kind of nice to see everybody relaxed in their homes and in their places. And, the places that we find, no matter what your home is, it's your home and it's a place where you get to feel comfortable and have your stuff. And it's really just wonderful to be there. And, of course, I was thinking this week of what's going on in Israel and people getting sort of forced out of their homes multiple times a day, or worse, their homes being destroyed. It's just terrible. And then I also this week dealt with a situation, that was just also unsavory and was a real, in the synagogue. And so this was a week of, do you know that Yiddish word? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a week of, okay. But then the Jewish calendar, in the middle of all this, it gave us this great gift. Yesterday was the 23rd of Sivan. So Sivan is the Hebrew month and the Kaf Gimel is 23. And even though the day kind of passed quietly on our secular calendars, and the spiritual tradition, it's this day of enormous charge. It's an enormous project, a promise. So what is so special about the 23rd of Sivan? Every other year I have just passed over it, but this week of I actually needed to grab onto it really hard yesterday. So that's why I'm writing this sermon. So what is it that I grabbed so hard onto? It's from the book of Esther. Remember, you had Esther, you had Haman. Haman wrote this horrible decree for the Jews. And on the 23rd of, the 23rd of Sivan, King Ahasuerus, told Mordecai to write a new decree and to sign the king's name to it, his name to it. And that new decree, of course, saved Judaism, saved Jews. And it never erased Haman's decree, but it overpowered it. So it's a day when the good overpowers the bad. We can't erase the bad. It always happens. But it overpowered it. And the 23rd of Sivan is with God's help, that the good overpowered the bad. And so it's in Jewish tradition, it's a sacred portal in time. And in our tradition, we have that day is still in the mystical traditions, this power is still accessible to us, especially on the 23rd this week. Just as Mordecai is able to take this decree of doom and overturn it, so too we can overturn the heaviness that's coming into lives and turn it into light. We have this week was a Yom Segula, a day of it's a treasure day, a day of spiritual potency. On Kaf Gimel Sivan, we're granted, if we are the pen of Mordecai. Our king is, of course, God, and we are Mordecai. We can write new realities into our book of life, not just for ourselves, but our communities, our nation, both here and in Israel, and for the world. So I want to encourage everybody to, after the service is over, to use your Kaf Gimel of Sivan to write what you want in the world, overturn the decrees, the bad things that are going on, overturn it, picture what you want in a positive way and write it. Use your pen of Mordecai, or don't write it because it's Shabbat, but you know what I mean. you know what to do. Right into the scroll, into our prayers, into our hopes, not only for what we need. And so my prayer is, let every person seeking a life partner find one in love and wholeness, that every couple hoping to build a family will be blessed with children and with joy, that every person in need of healing, no matter where they are in the world, physical, emotional, and spiritual, may they be restored swiftly and fully, that our livelihoods would flourish, that our homes would be filled with joy and peace, that our synagogue will be grown with strength and in spirit, May evil forces be far from the synagogue. May the synagogue be a place of lasting peace, harmony, and sacred community. And especially, we want to say that we don't want to ignore the war that still rages. We want the hostages to be freed, to protect the innocents on all sides. Ribono Shel Olam. May this be the day that you send miracles beyond nature, miracles of rescue, miracles of healing, miracles of victory not born of violence but of peace. Ribono Shel Olam, I know that you can, and I believe with all my heart that you will. On this auspicious week, may we each feel the pen in our hand, the ink of our prayers flowing, and the loving seal of our divine King pressed upon our hopes. May our words become decrees that shape our lives for good, for now and forever. Keni Hi Ratzon. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
We continue with on page 39. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bidvaro ma'ariv v'aravim. B'chokma poteh shirim u'numa mishanim v'etim u'mechalif et hazmanim u'misadir et ha'kochavim u'mishrotehem barakia kiratzono. Borei yom v'layla golel or mipnei choshek v'choshet mipnei or u'ma'avir yom u'me'evi layla u'mavdil bein yom u'vein layla Adonai tziva'ot shemo El chai v'kayam tamidim lo chaleinu le'olam va'ed Baruch atah Adonai Hamari v'aravim. Page 40. Avat olam Beit Yisrael Ahavta Torah u'mitzvot chukim u'mishpatim otanu limadeta Al kein Adonai Eloheinu b'shokveinu u'v'kumeinu nasiach b'chukecha v'nizmach b'divrei Toratecha u'v'mitzvotecha le'olam va'ed Ki hem chayenu ve'orech yameinu Uvahem nehege yomam v'layla Vavat char al tasi mimenu le'olamim Baruch atah Adonai ohev amo Yisrael. Page 41, El Melech Ne'eman. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'v'chol nafshecha u'v'chol me'odecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam B'shivtecha b'veitecha uv'leftecha v'aderech u'shokbecha uv'kumecha u'kshartam leod al yadecha v'hayu letotafot meinenecha u'ktavtam al mezuzot beitecha uv'yisharecha. Page 42. We read the Shema individually. Vayomer Adonai el Moshe lemor daber el bnei Yisrael v'amarta aleihem v'yasu lahem tzitzit Al kanfei bigdehem ledoratam, benatnu al tzitzit hakanfa pitel v'techelet, v'haya lachem letzitzit, urayitem oto, uzachartem eko mitzvot Adonai, va'asitem notam, v'lo tatuhuru, acharei levavkem, acharei nechem, asher atem zonim achareihem, Leman tizkaru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'hitem kedoshim le'Elohechem. Ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim lihiot lachem le'Elohim. Ani Adonai Elohechem. Adonai. Oh, sorry. Elohechem. Emet b'emunah kol zot v'kayam aleinu ki hu Adonai Eloheinu ve'en zulatenu anachnu Yisrael amo. We continue on 43b. You proclaimed the covenant on the seventh day. You declared it and decreed it. We listened and we heard it. You loved this day we inherited, delighting in its remembrance, and began its command with the word remember, Zachor. From the time you bestowed it, joy fulfilled the hearts of Jeshurun, the people you redeemed, securing the cause of righteousness. You exalted Shabbat as a sign between us forever. In 6 days your world was formed, and on the seventh day you rested, and on this day Israel your people rest. To honor your name, they sing songs of praise to the one deserving of praise. We continue on page 44. U'malchuta b'ritzu kiblu aleihem, Moshe u'Miriam v'nei Yisrael lecha anu shira b'simcha rabba, ve'amru chulam, mi chamocha be'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh, nora tehilot osef eleh, malchutecha ra'uvanecha, bokei al yam lifnei Moshe, Zeli anu ve'amru, Adonai imloch leolam va'ed, v'ne'emar kifar Adonai et Yaakov, u'ga'alo mi'achazak mimenu, Baruch atah Adonai Gal Yisrael. Continue on page 45. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, v'hamidenu malkeinu l'chaim ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha, v'takanenu be'etzah tova milifanecha, v'hoshienu la'aman shemecha, v'hagen ba'adenu. Kiel melech chanun v'rachum atah, Ushmor tzeitenu voenu l'chai l'shalom me'ata ve'ad olam, Ufrot salenu sukat shlomecha, Baruch atah Adonai, Hapares sukot shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael, ve'al Yerushalayim. Page 46. V'shameru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asod et ha-Shabbat, ledorotam berit olam. Beini uvein v'nei Yisrael oti le'olam, ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et hashamayim ve'et haaretz, uvayom hashevi'i shavat v'yinafash. We take the next 5 minutes to say the nighttime Amida on page 47. So go ahead and turn off your cameras, and we'll have this be a time of quiet reflection. Welcome back. Welcome back. If you are if you're praying the Amida, please continue to do so. Please continue to do so. We're gonna go ahead and continue with Misha Berach to pray for the full and complete healing for Marjorie Allen, Leon Capuano, Suzanne Rebella, Lynn Ginsburg, Joy Richards, Michelle Zucker, Marcia Hudson, Gracie Hantrow, Madison Durr, Jack London, Yael Bat Hanana, and Avram Ben Root. And does anyone else have?
Judy Martinez,
Gary Pope, Brenda Pavey.
And so let's sing. Misha berach avotenu, Mekor habracha leimahotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Misha berach imotenu, Makor habracha leavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. We continue with the repetition of the Amida on page 53. Vayechulu hashamayim v'haaretz v'chol tzevam vayechal Elohim bayom hashvihi mekot malakto asher asa vayishbot bayom hashvi'i mikol malakto asher asa vayivarech Elohim et yom hashevi'i vayikadesh oto kivo shavat mikol malakto Asher bara Elohim lasot. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elokei Avotenu v'Imotenu Elokei Avraham, Elokei Yitzchak v'Elokei Yaakov Elokei Sarah, Elokei Rivka, Elokei Rachel v'Elokei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanara El Elyon Konei Shamayim va'aretz Magen avod bidvaro, mechaye metim b'mamaro, ha'el hakadosh en kamohu, hameniach le'amo, b'yom shabbat kohodsho. Kivam ratza lehaniach lahem, kivam ratza lehaniach lahem, lefanav navod b'yirav v'fachad, ונודה לשמו בכל יום תמיד מעון הברכות אל ההודעות אדון השלום מקדש השבת ומברך שביעי ומניח בקדושה לעם קדוש נעונג זכר למעשה Lemase v'reshit Eloheinu v'Elokei Avotenu v'Imotenu Retzei mimnuchatenu Kachenu b'mitzvotecha V'ten chelkenu b'toratecha Sabenu mituvecha V'samchenu b'shuatecha V'taher libenu le'ovdecha be'emet. V'hanchilenu Adonai Eloheinu b'ahava v'ratzon shabbat kodeshecha ve'anuchu v'Yisrael mikadshe shemecha. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh haShabbat. And we continue with the Aleinu on page 56. Aleinu leshabeach ladon hakol latet gedula liotzeher breshit shelo asanu kegoe haratzot velo samanu kemishpachot ha'adama shelo sam chelkenu kahem vegor halenu kechol hamonam ve'anachnu korim umishtachavim umodim Lifnei melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu shehu notei shamayim veyosed haaretz u'moshev yikaro b'shamayim imao ushkinatu zo b'govhei meromim hu Eloheinu einod Emet malkeinu efesulato, kakatu vetorato, v'yidatayo v'hashivota elevavecha, ki Adonai hu ha'Elohim, b'shamayim imao, v'aharetz mitachat. Einod. Kakatu v'toratach Adonai yimloch leolam va'ed v'ne'emar v'haya Adonai lamelech o kol haaretz bayom hahu yeh Adonai echad Ushemo echad. We continue on page 211. We continue on page 58 with the Mourner's Kaddish. This week, we lovingly recall those who have left us in previous years. We recall Sophie A. Kulik, Albert Freeling, Tilly Goodman, Manuel Held, Solomon Rubin, Susanna Varone, Rose Baum, Jeanette Rosso, Eli Capilotto, and Rachel Kapp. We also remember Perla Fugate, who left us in recent days. Does anyone else have anyone they are remembering on this day? Oh, okay. Great. And so we say, Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, B'alma divrach chirute v'yamlich machute, B'chayachon uvyomechon uvchaye d'chol beit Yisrael, Ba'agala uvizman kari v'imru, Amen. Yehi shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam ulamei amaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitraman v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei dekudusha brichu. Le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata. Hushbachata v'nechemata. Na'amiran be'alma v'imru. Amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya. V'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav. Hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. May the one who creates peace on high bring peace to us, to all of Israel, and may we say, Amen. Amen. So announcements this week. We have Perla's memorial. It's 6 p.m. according to Elaine, and there'll be a service led by Gerald, Rabbi Gerald, and then there'll be a potluck or a covered dish afterwards. So bring dairy, and same potluck rules applies, which I think is just lovely way. And her children will be there. So if you want to tell stories about, Perla, it'll be nice for the kids to hear. And I'll be with you next week. Tomorrow we're having Talmud class. On Sunday we're having Hebrew class at 10 a.m. And anything else? No? Okay. So let's finish up with Adon Olam, singing praise to the Master of the world. Both if you read it, it's the first part. If you read the English while I'm singing it, the first part is to the big Master Creator of the world, and the second one is to our quiet personal God. So we sing to both. Page 211. Adon Olam Asher Malach B'Terem Kol Yetzir Nivra Le'et Nasa B'Chefsa Kol Azai Melech Shemo Nikra Ve'acharei Kiklot HaKol Levado Yimloch Nora Vehu Haya Vehu Hove Vehu Ihyeh Batifara Behu echad ve'en sheni, lahamshil lo lehachbira, bli reshit, bali tachlit, velo haoz ve'hamisra, behu eli v'chai goali, v'tzor chevli be'et tzara, behu nisi umanos li, Manat kosi beyom ekra be'ado afkid ruchi be'et ishan ve'a'ira ve'im ruchi geviati Adonai li velo ira. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shalom.
Now say it.
Hey.